You are welcome to this class. In this class, we'll be looking at what? Vertical motion, that is resisted vertical motion. Here in this video, we'll be considering a wood that is dropping vertically. Okay? Now, I would like to read the question first before we begin to analyze it and solve the question. Okay? A wood of mass is 0.2 kg falls vertically down from a tree. Now, consider this to be the wood. This wood is falling vertically from a tree, is falling downward. Okay? As it experiences air resistance of magnitude is 0.4 V. Now, as this wood is falling, air is resisting it. It's going against it. You understand? So, as this wood is falling, air is blowing against it. And you know that may delay. Okay? Let's assume it takes this wood 30 seconds to fall to the ground. If air is blowing against it, it will spend more than 30 seconds. Okay, now yes, we are told that the resistance of the magnitude is what? Is 0.4 V. The 0.4 V there represent this. The V here is not a unit. It is a symbol that is where our V is equal to what? The speed in meter per second. Then we are calculating the speed at which it is falling when its acceleration is equal to this, and take G to be equal to this. We have two different acceleration here. Okay? Then before I write the formula to use, I will show you how we can derive the formula here to use. But before I do that, first thing you need to take note, in every question, before you start solving, write out all the parameters given. All the parameters. What are those? What do we mean by parameters? Parameters are those values given in the questions. You have to write them out. That is what parameter is all about. So let's write out our parameters first before we write the formula. Okay? We're told that the mass of the wood, this is the wood that is dropping vertically. Take the mass of the wood to be what? Is 0.2 gram. Then I represent it to be mass of the wood equals to what? Is 0.2 kg. Okay? We're told that the resistance of magnitude is 0.4. The resistance there is a force. You understand? It's another force that is going against it. So let's take that force to be T. That is T, which is representing the resistance of the magnitude, is equals to what? Is 0.4 V. Okay? We're also given what? As an acceleration of this. Acceleration. We're told that G is equal to this, but this is this acceleration. That is our A is equal to what? 1.8. Our A is equal to 1.81 meter per second square. Now you may be confused that why are we giving two acceleration? I will show you in this video the difference between this acceleration and this G. We have acceleration as this. Whenever you are considering a formula like force is equal to ma, right? And we also have another acceleration to be this, which is when considering a formula as mg. Okay. So in this video, I will explain the difference. Now we are given another acceleration that is g to be what? 9.81 meter per second square. Now let me show you something here before I write out our formula. You see, we make use of this G is usually 9.81 meter per second square. This G does not change. That is acceleration due to gravity. It's always 9.81 meter per second square. But this acceleration can change. Whenever you are dealing with vertical motion, the acceleration there you consider is this G. That is acceleration due to gravity. Is for vertical motion. But whenever you are dealing with maybe probably something like horizontal motion, we normally consider something like this. So your G is usually this. Take note of that. But your A, it may not be this, and it can be this. It can change. The value of your A can change. So that is why we're given the value of this A, which is this acceleration here, to be this. But our G is usually what? Constant. Then how do we derive our formula? We derive the formula by saying, let's consider the force that is making this object dropping. That is the weight of this object is the force himself that is making this object to drop, right? Okay, let's consider the weight of this object to be what? To be mg. The weight to be what? Mg. Okay. Now the weight of this object is mg. The weight of this object is mg. Okay. Then let's take the force that is acting against it. That is the air that is resisting it to be what? To be T. As I've said earlier, the air resistance. I represented it to be what? To be T. So what happens is that if the weight of this object is coming down and the air is resisting it, trying to push it up, so we can say that the air is going against the direction of this weight, right? So I will not write it as plus, I will write it as what? Minus, because it is going against it. So it will be mg minus t equals to what? Equals our net force. Our net force will be what? ma. Okay. Now, what are we actually calculating? We are calculating the value of this v, that is the velocity. Or you can refer to it as the speed as well. So we're given mass to be what? The mass is equals to 0.2. Now this moment, I want to substitute the parameters given into this formula. Okay, we're given the mass to be equals to 0.2. So I write it as what? 0.2 times, what is g? G is acceleration due to gravity. That is 9.81 times 9.81 minus, you can see this minus, okay? What is T? Our T is the air resistance, which is what? 0.4 V. That is 0.4 V equals to what? Equals to MA. What is our M? It's still the same mass, which is what? Is 0.2. 0.2 times, what is our A? Acceleration. And the acceleration is given to the what? 1.81. 1.81. Yes, I hope you are following. Okay, so let's finish it here. Okay, so 0.2 times 9.81, that will give me what? 1.962. Okay, minus 0.4 V equals to what? 0.2 times 1.81, that will give me what? Is 0.362. Okay, so what I will do is what? I will collect what? The like term. I will collect the what? The like term. This, the one that has variable will be in one side, and the one that does not have any variable will be in one side. Now this one has variable of v. I will take it to the other side, while then bring this one to this side. So this will be 1.962 minus 0.362 equals to what? When this one crosses the equality sign, you know, 0.4b is the owner of this minus. So when it carries the minus to the other side, it will change to what? It will change to plus. That is 0.4v. Okay? So if I subtract this from this, I will have what? 1.6 equals to what? At the right hand side that we have is 0.4v. Okay? So to get the value of v, I will divide both sides by what? By 0.4. So if I divide both sides by 0.4, 0.4. So my v, this will cancel this, this will cancel this. So my v will be equals to 1.6 divided by 0.4. So v equals to what? 1.6 divided by 0.4. So if you should punch this in your calculator, 1.6 divided by 0.4 will give me what? 4. So I can say, and what is the unit of velocity? The unit of velocity is what? We're told in meter per second. So meter per second. That is our final answer. See, if you find this video helpful, please consider to subscribe, like, and comment. Share to your loved ones. See you in my next video. Thank you.